Hey guys, Dennis from DevicePlanet.com here, and welcome to part 3 of the WordPress tutorial series. Now in part 2 we went over setting up a blog, a free blog on WordPress.com, and now in part 3 we're going to go over setting up WordPress on your own domain and server. And I'll actually, if you don't know about domain names or web hosting or anything like that, I'm going to go over those steps as well. Okay, so let's go ahead, and first thing we want to do, well, of course, you're going to need a domain name and a web host in order to use WordPress on your own server. Now, actually, the domain company I use is GoDaddy. You can go to godaddy.com and just search up your domain name and go through the register process if you already don't have a domain name. And it's really simple. You would basically just search it up and try to find one that'll work for you, and then just go step by step. You would basically pay for it, and then after you pay for the domain, you're going to need a web host. Now, HostGator.com is really, I mean, they have the best customer support. It's really like the #1 host company if you're looking to make a website. So then you're going to need to get a hosting plan with HostGator. And after you do that, you would actually have to set up your name servers to your domain so they would match with HostGator's. And that's pretty easy. Basically here, if you go to the support section and just search up name servers. Okay. And maybe let's actually just look that up. And okay, I guess, yeah, they actually, okay, yeah, so they have the whole guide for GoDaddy right here. So just search that up and follow the guide after you get your domain and everything set up. And actually, it's really simple. You'd basically just go to My Account and then find your domain name, and then the name servers are right here, and you would change them to the ones HostGator provided to you. And usually HostGator just emails it out, the name servers, as soon as you set up your account. Okay, so after you have your name servers and everything, and you set up your domain with HostGator, you would have to log into the control panel, and this would basically be at your domain name that you registered with HostGator, and it would be /cpanel. And you would create the username and pass when you're making your web host, when you're making your account with HostGator. Okay, so just log in there. So we're gonna go ahead and set up WordPress the simple way. If you're using a different host, they might not have a control panel. Most hosts do, so you can most likely do it this way. And it's basically just, and usually most hosts use actually the cPanel, so you're most likely going to see something very similar to what I have here. So let's go ahead and go to, where is it at? Quick install. Okay, and WordPress is right there. And this is really the easiest way to set up WordPress on your name server, or on your own domain name. Let's do this at deviceplanet.com/tutorial. We'll do, okay, and okay, let's do, there we go, install now. Okay. Okay, and there's our password. And there's where we're gonna log in. So we're gonna have to go ahead and log in and change the password. Okay, and there we at /tutorial. Oh, actually my username is Dennis. And my password is that random generated number. Okay, now we want to go to users and all users or your profile. Edit and then change your password at the bottom. Okay, there we go. And that was basically setting up WordPress the easy way. Really simple. I mean, it's definitely not hard at all. It takes about, as you can see, about 2 minutes. Okay, so now let's go ahead and set it up the manual way. So in order to do that, we're going to have to go to wordpress.org and download WordPress. Okay. Go ahead and download that. Okay, and just go ahead and just drag it over to the desktop. Okay, now we're going to actually have to go back in our control panel. Okay, now what we have to do is create a MySQL database for WordPress. So we'll do it tutorial. Okay, and we also actually have to create a user for that database. Oh. Okay, let's go ahead and set a password. I'm just gonna use tutorial 123, tutorial 123. Okay, now create that user. Okay, now we're gonna have to add that user to that database. So add user DP future WP to DP future tutorial. Okay, all privileges. Okay, now we're gonna have to open up our WordPress download that we just download all the WordPress files and everything, and open up WP config sample. Now I'll just edit this with Notepad, and you can do this as well. Okay, now what we're gonna have to do is set our user, password, and database in this file. Okay, so WP. Okay, and what the hell was the frickin' tutorial? Okay, and then password tutorial 123. Okay, now you want to go to File, Save As, and instead of sample, save it as wpconfig.php. Okay, now next you want to delete that config sample and go ahead, and what you're gonna need a FTP program. I actually use FileZilla, and you can just do a Google search for FileZilla. Okay, and you can download it from any one of these links right here, these first three. So just go ahead and download that, open that up. Okay, now we want to connect to our web host. It would be the same cPanel login, and the host would be your domain name, I believe. And if you want to, actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, it would be the domain name. And you can actually just double check on HostGator, just like we did the search earlier on their site. But okay, so just log in to your FTP server. You want to go to public HTML. What the hell is that? Oh, we already went to that. Okay, public HTML, then we're at device planet, and then we did the tutorial. We're going to do tutorial manual. Okay. Now, go ahead and grab all your WordPress files besides the README, and just drag them in onto the FTP and let them upload. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pause the tutorial while this uploads. Okay, so those files uploaded. Now go to the directory that you uploaded them to. In my case, it would be deviceplanet.com/tutorial_manual. Now, when you go to that link, this is going to pop up, and this is basically the WordPress setup. It's really simple. Just enter in your site title, and then set up your password, and then your email. Okay, and always leave this checked. Okay, and install WordPress. Okay. Okay. And there you have it. WordPress is set up on our server. And check out the next tutorial in the series. We're actually going to go over the dashboard and basically what all these different tabs and everything and all the settings and all that good stuff is going to be the next set of tutorials.